You wake up in the morning, the sun is rising, the birds are chirping, and your body gives you a gentle reminder. Those little aches, the stiffness, the heaviness in your limbs. But what if in just 10 minutes each morning, you could slash your risk of having a stroke by half? Sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? But it isn't. And the best part, this life-saving habit doesn't require pills, expensive equipment, or drastic changes to your lifestyle. All it takes is one simple shift in your morning routine. Every year, strokes claim hundreds of thousands of lives and leave millions more with long-term disabilities. It's a leading cause of death worldwide. And for seniors over the age of 60, the risk only increases. Most people don't realize that strokes often build up silently, caused by high blood pressure, poor circulation, inflammation, and a host of lifestyle-related issues. But researchers and doctors are now discovering something remarkable. The choices you make in the first hour after waking up could dramatically impact your stroke risk. Imagine standing at a crossroads every single morning. One path leads to better circulation, lower blood pressure, improved brain health, and significantly reduced risk of stroke. The other leads nowhere new. The same risks, the same decline, the same unknowns. The good news, this morning habit doesn't require you to run marathons or juice 100 vegetables. It's grounded in decades of science, endorsed by health professionals, and easy to start today. What is it? Because the habit is morning movement, a short session of light exercise or stretching within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. It may sound ordinary, but the impact is anything but. Researchers have found that engaging in consistent, low-intensity morning movement, such as brisk walking, yoga, tai chi, or even just stretching for 10 to 15 minutes, can drastically reduce stroke risk in older adults. How? By improving blood flow, reducing inflammation, stabilizing blood pressure, and stimulating brain activity, all critical factors in preventing strokes. Think about it. When we sleep, our bodies naturally go into a low metabolism state. Blood pressure drops, circulation slows, and everything in the body winds down. But when we wake up, especially as we age, the transition back to full function becomes more difficult. The blood becomes slightly thicker, blood vessels may constrict, and our brains are adjusting to the sudden shift in chemistry. This is why, statistically, strokes are most likely to occur in the morning hours, especially between 6 a.m. and 12 noon. That's where this morning movement habit becomes so powerful. When you give your body a chance to gradually turn on with gentle physical activity, you help normalize blood pressure, loosen stiff muscles, and signal to your cardiovascular system, hey, it's time to get going. This reduces the likelihood of blood clots, helps manage cholesterol, and lowers systemic inflammation, all of which are stroke contributors. It's like priming your engine before a long drive. Except the engine is your heart and brain, and the drive is your whole day. Many seniors assume that the only way to improve health is by doing something big. Cutting out carbs, signing up for intense gym sessions, or starting a complicated supplement routine. But the truth is far simpler. Consistent small habits done daily carry the most powerful long-term benefits. And morning movement is one of those habits. It's easy, free, and completely within your control. It doesn't take an hour-long workout or dripping sweat to make a difference. In fact, too much intensity right after waking up can actually put stress on the body, What researchers are recommending is something far gentler and smarter. Think of light dynamic stretches, a short walk around the block, a few minutes of chair yoga, or even simply marching in place while listening to your favorite music. These movements do more than just wake up the muscles. They activate your nervous system, stimulate oxygen flow to your brain, and jumpstart your metabolism in a way that supports long-term health. One of the key mechanisms behind this stroke reducing effect is the improvement in endothelial function. The endothelium is the thin lining inside your blood vessels. When it's healthy, blood flows smoothly, clots are less likely to form, and your vessels remain flexible. As we age, the endothelium tends to become more rigid and less responsive, especially in sedentary individuals, but consistent morning movement can help reverse that trend. Even light activity increases nitric oxide production, which relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. Another critical factor is inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a major driver behind many age-related diseases, including stroke. It damages blood vessels, contributes to plaque buildup, and affects the brain's ability to regulate its own blood supply. Morning movement, particularly when done consistently, has been shown to lower markers of inflammation like C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin 6. This means that your body becomes less prone to the kind of damage that sets the stage for a stroke. Let's not forget about blood sugar and blood pressure, two major players in stroke risk. Both tend to spike in the morning, especially in older adults. After fasting all night, your body is more insulin resistant in the morning, making your blood sugar harder to control. Similarly, cortisol, a stress hormone that raises blood pressure, peaks early in the day, but a brief period of light exercise can help blunt both of these effects. Movement helps your muscles absorb glucose more effectively and reduces cortisol levels, making your mornings a lot less risky from a vascular standpoint. And then there's the brain. After a night of sleep, your brain is in a transitional state. It's shaking off the fog of dreams and trying to reset for a day of activity. Gentle movement sends signals to the brain that it's time to focus, wake up, and function optimally. Blood flow increases to key regions responsible for memory, balance, coordination, and mood regulation. This doesn't just reduce stroke risk, it improves your quality of life right now, helping you feel more alert, balanced, and mentally sharp. What's fascinating is that this isn't just theory, it's backed by real studies and real data. In a study conducted by the American Stroke Association, individuals over 60 who engaged in low-intensity movement in the morning at least 5 days a week saw up to a 50% reduction in their stroke risk over the course of 10 years. That's not a small difference. That's the kind of number that gets doctors' attention. And unlike many medical interventions, this one is side effect free. You don't need to wait for the next doctor's appointment to begin. You don't need anyone's permission to start taking care of your vascular health. The habit is simple. Within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up, do something active for 10 to 15 minutes. That could mean taking your dog for a walk, following along with a gentle YouTube yoga video, doing a few stretches while holding onto the kitchen counter, marching in place during the morning news. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. And here's something you may not expect. This habit tends to trigger a cascade of other positive changes. People who begin the day with a few minutes of movement often find that they make healthier choices throughout the rest of the day. They eat better, they sleep better, they're more focused and less stressed. Why? Because that early movement sets a tone. It tells the body and mind we're taking care of ourselves today. And that message tends to echo. Like, if you've never been a morning person, that's okay. This habit isn't about becoming someone new overnight. It's about working with your body, not against it. You don't have to spring out of bed like an Olympic athlete. You can ease into it. Even 5 minutes of gentle movement is a powerful start. Over time, it becomes a rhythm, a part of who you are, a gift you give yourself every day. One of the biggest barriers many seniors face when it comes to starting a new habit is doubt. Doubt that it will really make a difference, doubt that they'll be able to stick with it, doubt that it's even worth the effort. But here's the truth: your body wants to heal, it wants to be strong, stable, and resilient, and is never too late to support that healing. The simple act of moving each morning is like flipping a switch, turning on systems in your body that are designed to protect you, strengthen you, and even reverse damage done over the years. You may be surprised at how quickly your body responds. Within days of consistent morning movement, many people report improvements in balance, energy, and even mood. After a few weeks, blood pressure readings begin to normalize and aches or stiffness start to lessen. Over months, the risk of cardiovascular events, including stroke, can begin to noticeably decline. And none of this requires a gym membership or fancy gear. All it takes is your commitment to stand up, move, and breathe. There's also a powerful psychological component to this habit. Starting your day with movement creates a sense of intention. It gives you a win first thing in the morning, a reason to feel proud before you've even had your coffee. And that matters because when you begin your day with a win, you carry that confidence into everything else. Your interactions, your choices, your sense of control over your health, it becomes a foundation not just for stroke prevention, but for a more empowered life. Yeah, let's also talk about posture and fall prevention, two things that often don't get enough attention, but are directly connected to stroke recovery and overall health. Poor posture and weak stabilizer muscles can lead to falls, which are one of the top causes of injury-related death among seniors. A stroke survivor who falls is at even greater risk, but morning movement strengthens those small muscle groups that support balance, coordination, and flexibility. Just a few minutes of gentle stretching or Tai Chi in the morning can enhance neuromuscular control, reducing the chances of a dangerous fall. Start tomorrow morning. Give your body what it's been asking for. Protect your brain, move your blood, and tell the world, I'm still here and I'm taking control. Because the fight against stroke isn't won in a hospital. It's won in the quiet moments before the day begins. In those first few minutes after waking, you're not just getting out of bed, you're rising into your power. One simple habit, 10 minutes a day, am at 50% less risk. This is your time. Take the step, start the habit, change your life before breakfast.